become a true ascended master being. And of course, the white light represents the oneness, the infinite creator in all of its majesty. So these are some of the things that I use as ways to be able to analyze my dreams, get meaning out of them. This is the beginning of what we're going to have as an ongoing series where I'll be talking about this some more. And I wanted to share this with you so you can start to remember some of them and start to think about how every character in the dream is some part of yourself, and you're seeing something acted out in symbolism. So you want to ask yourself what each part of the dream means. What could it mean? What could this symbolize about myself? What could this person symbolize? What could the things they were saying symbolize? What could the things they were doing symbolize? How does it all fit together, and what does it mean for me right now? Well, I am through one of those cycles again. Early in my career, even when I was a student in high school, I felt very alienated. I felt like I didn't really get along with other people very well, and I was very insulated. I didn't want to really socially involve myself too much. And so as I got more popular in my career, I felt the same way, and I didn't really enjoy doing conferences because people would mob me at the end of my talks and all want to talk to me at the same time. I have to say that between my cruise and now this event I just had in Phoenix speaking with Dr. Chet Snow, that I've had a wonderful opening of the heart. And in fact, just last night I was at a Whole Foods here in LA, and someone saw me and recognized me, which is happening more and more often. And I just felt very open, very loving towards that person. I will also say one of the things I've done lately to preserve my own sanity is I've stopped answering anywhere near as much of the email as I was trying to answer before, because I'd gotten to the point where there was just so much of it coming in I couldn't possibly keep up with everything. So know that I am still reading your letters, I am still taking in what you're saying, but I've dramatically pulled back on how many I'm trying to answer because it had gotten to the point where that was all I was doing every day, and I felt really much like I was on a trampoline and just couldn't get off. I am taking a very bold step. I'm really getting into the Final Cut Pro Studio 2 now. I have that on my Macintosh. And I've also decided very recently that I'm going to get into Maya, which is a computer graphics design program. So we are trying to get the next 2012 video together. The 2012 Enigma video that I've done has gotten wildly popular on Google lately. It actually showed up as number 4 on the hottest videos of the day recently. It's actually showed up more than once on the most viewed videos. I have screen captures people have gotten of those. If you look on Google and you see my video on there, please take a screen capture. It's very important that we document this because it keeps disappearing. But there's another video out there called Zeitgeist, which I don't entirely support because of its stance on Christianity, that there was no historical Jesus figure. I think that's ludicrous. I do believe there was someone out there giving spiritual teaching, and yes, his life did correspond with many archetypes from other heroic teachers in the past, but that was part of the spiritual calibration. It doesn't mean the whole thing was a hoax. Nonetheless, some of the content in this film is useful to people. It gives them sort of a primer on government conspiracy and so forth, and they had a high production value. And that video is now consistently, day after day, among the most viewed on Google. So we need to do the same thing. So one of the things I'm calling for right now is if you're out there, if you have production skills, particularly in regards to computer graphics and design, if you would like to be involved, we can't pay you. This is a volunteer project. It's going to become a free video. But what I would like to do is get a visual effects team together. If you want to be involved, we will be working with you directly. You will have various tasks that you'll be assigned in terms of what to do for the video, and you'll have a certain amount of time to do that. I'm going to try to get myself knowledgeable enough with Maya that I can work with sequences and tweak the sequences myself, and the objective, of course, is to get a video that's going to really define all this knowledge that we've put together about 2012. I'd love to have you be a part of it if you have some of these skills, and in particular, if you have experience in Maya and you are located in the greater Los Angeles area, get in touch with me because I need training on this, and I would like to be able to learn from people who already know and not only have to go through the manuals and the books. I do think that if we build this team and we have a coalition, that we can get this video out pretty quickly, because what's happened is there's a movie coming out called 2012, and they have a movie trailer that everybody's seeing, and at the end of the trailer it says Google 2012. Well, people are going to Google Video, they're looking for videos on this, and my 2012 Enigma is showing up right off the bat. So tons and tons of people are seeing the video. It's gotten explosively popular. We're getting a whole new wave of email from people who have just seen the video. And we need to keep that momentum going. The next video's got to look much better. And the production value that we can do with Final Cut is really going to get us there. I do have some people here in LA who've already volunteered to help me learn Final Cut. I want to work with them starting in January when I have time. Right now I don't have the time to work with them because I'm so busy, and I'm about to go for 2 weeks more to work on the Wander Awakening album, and then another 2 weeks in New York to be with my family. The Wander Awakening album is going very well. We have 25 songs now. Hopefully we're going to be able to get most of it finished on the next trip. It's probably going to require one more trip after that. So it probably will not be available until sometime in January or February. But I'm very excited about this because I'm working with a 9-time Grammy-winning musician, Larry Sire, who's my colleague and friend. And the production value that we've gotten is really something much more than I would have ever dreamed of. He's defined the sound of many top-selling recording artists, and in fact the engineer has a great deal to do with what the album sounds like. So we have hit a really marvelous production value, and very soon you'll be able to hear that for yourself. Right now our focus is on getting background vocals in the songs, and I still have to write the interludes, which are these spoken words between the various sections. Now, what this album is really intended to do is sort of tell the story of my waking up to being a wanderer or an ET soul, and guiding people through that process of their own awakening and realizing that they have a higher self. And all the things I've been telling you about throughout this, we have kind of turned all that story into a series of songs, and the songs really illustrate the various aspects of waking up and becoming aware that this is who you are. So it's going to be a loving tribute to so many people who have been following this work, and I think it's going to be very well respected and very much useful for people on their spiritual path. Well, that's about all the time we have for this episode. I want to thank you again for your support. The website is divinecosmos.com. It's very important for our survival that you continue ordering our products and or sending in donations. The donations have been down. I've been able to counterbalance that by having more conference work that I've been taking on. But please do stop by. There's a lot of great things to explore there, and no one is ever sorry that they order these products. They're really great. So again, I want to thank you, and let's look forward to the future with the positive view that all the changes that are happening will in fact be part of this perfect plan.